read and shit.
Okay.
Let's see. I was gonna go to the section on like the kiss closing. Da, 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 da. It should be here roughly. Yeah, no, it's.
And what do you think about for showing comfort? Hey, I'm a doctor, and you can take a picture of my driver's license. I promise nothing bad is going to happen to me.
Where's those kiss closes section? Yeah, you're right. It's so big. That's what she said. Oh yeah, I guess this is it right here. Yeah. I think we were going over some of this last time, and I colored it in like the palm reading shit.
Oh, great. Yeah. I want to pull that stuff up.
Yeah, which
So
is
you said
like this is kind of cool to kind of so you're touching her hand, and it's like there's funny lines you could use in here. But then yeah, so like kiss closing. What did I put in here? Oh yeah, okay. So like yeah, page like 420, 421 ish. There's a bunch of like kiss closing tactics. I think I kind of showed you a couple of these where like you're kind of talking to her and you say, "Hold up, I want to try something," and then you like lean in, you give her the kiss, and then you lean back and you go, "I like that you have soft lips." Oh, hey, did I tell you about this thing that happened the other day? So it's like you get the kiss and then you back up and you stack forward into a new routine, and it's like now she's like, "Oh wow," like but he's not trying to like get more from me after I kissed him, which puts her at ease. You know what I mean? A lot of guys they'll get the kiss and then like when the girl kisses him back, then they're like, "Oh yeah," and then they're all over her, and then the girl's like, "Whoa, like what the fuck?" And it makes you look like desperate and thirsty. But instead, if you just kind of go in, you're like, "Hey, I want to try something," and you kind of just take her hair and you like trace it over her ear, and then you slowly go in. And if you see that she's not backing off, it's like called triangular gazing. And then like you kind of, it's like you're looking at her lips. Then you look at like one of her eyes and her other eye and back down at her lips. And it kind of creates a little triangle. And anyway, when you're kind of closer, if you're backing in and she's not backing off, then you can go in for the kiss. And you kind of just like just.
Oh, I kind of remember that one too. I haven't been implementing.
Yeah, we gotta get more of those kiss closes at the club. But
yeah,
it's like the light kiss. But then the that's where the secret is. Is like once the girl, usually when the girl kisses back, most guys then they go in and they'll just like kind of keep trying to make out with her, and then the girl's like, "Oh, this guy's thirsty and he's desperate or whatever. He must not kiss a lot of girls." But if you kind of kiss her and then you back off and you go, "Oh, I like that. You have really soft lips." Oh, hey, the other day, such and such happened. Oh, I got to tell you this hilarious story. This guy at work, holy like. And then you just riff off into something else, and then the girl's kind of like in shock, where she's like, wait a minute, like this guy just kissed me, but he's not like still trying to kiss me, and it kind of suggests a lot of pre-selection because you must kiss a lot of girls if you're so non-reactive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think of Ross Jeffries?
I got some of his old stuff from back in the day.
Yeah, old. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he has new stuff, but.
Oh yeah, good point. Well, no, he's got that new movie on Amazon. He's in it with Paul Jinka and I think Mystery. I think in Kenzie and Noble's in it.
Oh, okay.
You seen that?
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Hold on, I'll show you. Yeah, right here. The pickup game. Have you ever seen this?
No.
Yeah, Ross Jeffries is in this. Actually, hold on.
Ross Jeffries claims he's like 70. He claims he's hooking up with 20-year-olds. Like I find that far fetched, but like I mean that's what he said.
This is a fun one. Have you ever done this one, the trust test?
No.
So this is like, let's say you're at the bar. You could basically tell the girl like, "Hey, I just met you. I need to make sure I can trust you, so I got to give you the trust test." And the girl's like, "What is the trust test?" And you put your hands out, and you want what you're first testing for is if she puts her hands on top of yours. So if you put it out and then she naturally does it and grabs her hands, you're like, okay, this girl's into me because they won't touch you if they're not into you, you know? So that's like kind of the first little test. When her hands are in yours, then you're just like, okay, have you ever taken a trust test before? And she's like, no. And you go, okay, well, look into my eyes, look at my lips. Don't look at my ass or anything. And that's where you kind of raise your hands up and you want to like interlock the fingers. But basically, like when you take her hands, first you go like this. Her hands are in yours, and you go, okay. You want to bring them up like this, and then you lock in, and that's where you will ask her like, okay, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser are you? And then once you have her in this position right here, that's where you basically say on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser are you? She'll tell you, and then I give you all the responses that she might say, like, oh, I don't know, I haven't had any practice for a while, I don't know, I'm clueless or whatever, and then it gives you like the optimal response. Basically, you're like, okay, let me ask you a question, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser are you? And the girl basically will say like, oh, I'm a 10. If she says she's a 10, then you're like, well, you have to prove that, and then you go in for the kiss. If she's like, I don't know, maybe like a 6 or a 7, then you say, well, let's find out. Or like I'll be the judge of that in a way. Or you say, oh, well, it looks like you need a kissing partner then, and then you basically just go in for the kiss. And then after you get the kiss, then you kind of just relax and you release it and you continue the conversation.
I see.
There's like a contingency where she might like say, I'm not kissing you or I'm not making out with you, and then basically what you do is you just kind of toss her hands and act really non-responsive, and you tell her like, you probably couldn't handle it anyway. Anyway, get this, and then you just stack forward instead of like trying to
okay.
Because a lot of guys will be like, oh, come on, baby, come on. And then here's like an alternate version called attention test, where you can basically like.
All right, so you said it's page what?
Right now I'm on 426, 427. I think that whole like kissing section starts around like 420. So you can just think of smoking 420.
All right, thank you, man.
Cool. That and also where are we at here? Go over this section is going to be so much easier to read now that I graded out. But on page, here we go. On page 365. Go to that if you can.
What's on 365? Objection handling.
I think the most important stuff in the game.
Oh, just the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
You said 420 is a big page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 420 like is all about kissing the girl, and then like page 365 is all about basically whatever the girl objects to. Like, I have a boyfriend, I don't feel comfortable, I don't get my number out to strangers. It gives you all the responses of basically how to counter that. And
I've read that part. I've read that part in your book before, but I'm going to reread it. Are there any other sections that come to mind? Because I'm sure there's more in there already, but then I can handle. But
yeah, for homework for the week, because you're right at that. Like, I think the sticking points are mostly like in the opening and attraction phase. So probably, let's see. How about sexualizing the interaction? Let's see about this. I know it's so fucking big and hard to find shit. I forget what's even in here half the time. Oh, I think we were talking about this one before when you kept asking like, how can I make more like, how can I sexually charge it? How can I, I was talking about stuff about like, do you like it when she says it was a hard day at work? And do you like it hard? I go into more of like that kind of stuff.
How about if she's like, how was your day? And I was like, it was really long and hard and even girthy.
You see, that's funny because I can clearly tell that you're making a sexual innuendo, but you're doing it in like a fun, playful way. It's not creepy. It makes it funny. Oh, this might help you. You ever use like push pull, or they call it like I think they call it 101 game.
Where is that? What page?
Looks like 336.
This is all stuff that I would like to.
So you like, for example, like this, like you see the girl and you go, I hate you, get your ass over here. So you're kind of saying, I hate you, but get your ass over here. So it's like disinterest and then also interest at the same time. Or like here's a vice versa. Oh, you're so cute. Give me a hug. Okay, now get off me. You know. But you're kind of like it's like you're playing with her emotions. You're giving her positive and negative, and then she's like, "Oh shit!" Like that's very sexual, but at the same time, you're showing like I don't really need you. At the same time, this one I used and I got laid a lot of times. Like kind of like your thing where you're like, "I love that dress, but I don't like the color. It's blue." Or like with the way that I do it is like, "I love your makeup. I think you used a little too much, but everything else is perfect." Or like, "Oh, I see you have eye glitter on. I really like that. I think you used a little too much, but everything else is perfect." You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's just better now. It's all in color now.
Yeah, color makes a difference.
No, and I think the Kindle, like